And then after that, I got here and I started seeing angel numbers everywhere, like 222, 333, 444, especially those a lot.
All right, welcome to the new Fame and Fortune. That's right, you heard it. Don't adjust your YouTube monitors. Fame and Fortune, baby, with your host, Taylor Fortune, and...
BA Fame. Good, and you?
That's right. We're making some changes around here. We are making some changes. We're moving on up, as they say.
Yeah.
So today on the podcast, we have fashion designer, spiritual enthusiast, Bianca Nova, the alien star. She's with us today. How are you doing, Bianca?
Greetings. I'm doing good. I'm doing better now that I'm here with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. We took like a few weeks of a hiatus, Taylor. So we've been working on a lot of other things that were in the forefront of our universe. So now we're back to, this podcast, which I miss so much.
Me too. Yeah, everything changed since let's just, tease a little bit. Since the Soul Tribe got together on the 2/22/22 portal, it's like now we have a new portal today, by the way, guys. 4/4. Well, this isn't going to be released on this day, but whatever, guys. Who cares? Break the fourth wall here. We are recording this on 4/4/2022. That is a lot of stability, and that's a lot of connection there. But yeah, we've taken some time off because we have a lot of things in the works here that hopefully, soon we can start talking about. But I don't know. What do you think, BA?
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of amazing things going on, but I've learned to, especially from past experiences, just to keep all the amazing things to myself, because
Yeah.
if I release it too soon, and because I want to so bad, you already know, but I just don't want people will see the things that you're doing really good, and they they'll say something about it, or they'll have a say, and they'll bring you down sometimes and don't believe in you, or they'll just, they don't want to see you leave them, because that's eventually what's going to happen with what we're all doing. So we're going to keep it to ourselves. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, exactly. So Bianca, what's going on with you today? Welcome to the podcast. It's your first time with us, but you've been on Cosmic Love before.
Yeah, I love Cosmic Love. It's such a cool show.
Yeah.
What's going on with me today? I started my April challenge, which is focused on health and wellness and mental health. So I challenged myself today to work out 4 to 5, starting today, work out 4 to 5 times a week, drink a gallon of water, no alcohol, one cheat meal this month. So I can eat whatever I want for one day, and surround myself with positive people. In addition to that list, I have journal every day and read 2 to 3 chapters of any book that I desire. So those are my goals for the month, and I just got started today, so I'm feeling pretty good. I just went and saw my pattern maker for some of my swimwear designs, so I'm really excited about that. We should be getting everything done in the next 2 to 3 days, so that's really soon. It's coming in fast, coming in hot, so good things. Good day. Yeah.
Bianca is on the rise here in LA. We've known each other for a little while now, a few months, and it seems like it's going to get better and better, and I'm really stoked to hear about the challenge starting today. I do those kind of things all the time. I'm pretty sure, BA, you loosely do those kind of challenges too.
I do. I try to make them last. I'm very impressed with Bianca, the one cheat meal a month, because I just had 3 slices of pizza against my will. So I totally give you credit. But again, we're talking about what we talked about before we went live. I go on the hiatuses. I go to the extremes of, destroying my body. And then I go in the extremes of making my body the number one, and that's what I need to learn to balance. So I give you full credit. I'm going to give you kudos and I'm going to try to follow suit, because I need to do the same exact thing. So
thanks, guys. Yeah, you can do it. You just have to set your mind to it, you know?
Yeah. And it makes you feel better too. When you really do take care of your body, it helps your mind. And, I know when I work out, like it definitely helps my mental state. So that's everything to me. When I don't work out, I feel like
Same. Yeah. Today was the first day I went back to the gym in like a few weeks, and I was just like, why did I not do this sooner? Like, I feel so good. It just felt really good. So,
yeah.
I actually want to talk about this for a minute because for both BA and I, working out is a huge, huge part of our lives. And like, I'm actually a certified fitness trainer. I do kickboxing. I'm a certified nutritionist. I got to admit though, I work with some female clients, but it's not like my area of expertise. When it comes to fitness training, I'm an admitted bro. Like I'm into bench pressing, squatting, deadlifts, like just bro type fitness training. So I want to talk to both of you a little bit about what your gym fitness regimens are. Bianca, you go ahead. What do you do in the gym? How long do you stay there for? What kind of cardio do you do? Tell us everything.
So every day is different. I practice CrossFit training for about a year and a half. So that's kind of like what I base my workouts on. Since it had been a few weeks since I had been there, I kind of like started off a little bit on the lower ends of weight, but if it was too easy, I would obviously go to medium weights. So I started on the stair stepper for 30 minutes. So the first 5 minutes, I'm on like a 4. Then the next 5, I go to 6. Then I take a 2-minute rest by going at like a 3, going really slow. And then after those 2 minutes, I cycle back to a 4 and then move up to 6 and then take a 2-minute break. And then usually I'm done by then. So that's how I started today. And then after that, I went downstairs and I stretched. And then I did some banded hydrants. It's kind of like a lot of banded exercises to like open up those muscles. So I did banded hydrants, and then after that I did alternating step ups, and then I did box jumps. So I did 30 seconds of alternated side steps and then or alternated step up, sorry. And then I did box jumps for 30 seconds, no break in between until that set was done. And then I took a 30-second break and then did it 3 times. From there, I went to push-ups. Then I did, I don't know what it's called, but there's like a bar and then you put like a weight at the end and then you squat and you like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of that either, but yeah.
T-bar maybe, or I forgot.
It's like a barbell.
45-degree angle and you squat. Yeah. I think it's called the T-bar.
Okay, yeah. So I did that one. I was supposed to do like some shoulder squatting. I forget the names of things, but I know what to do. I was supposed to do that, but that section was full, so I just improvised and went there. And did the squats. I did 3 reps of 15, and then from there I went into the weight room and did some arms. So I did like these T things, these 3 reps of 15 of that, and then I did 3 sets of 15 of this, and then
delt raises.
Yeah, just like arm stuff. And then I took my banded stuff, my banded bands, and I got like 10s, and I sat on the wall for 45 seconds. So I squat really, really as deep as I can, like I'm sitting in a chair against the wall, and then I do the lifts for 45 seconds.
Holy shit, I'm tired listening to you.
This is insane. I didn't expect this.
And then I take a bigger weight, like a 30 or 35, and then I squat for 30 seconds, 3 reps of that. And then I was going to do my abs, but I was like running out of time. That took me about 2 hours to do. So
at this point, the janitor's mopping up, all the lights are out.
Well, I just like wanted to go hard. I just like wanted to, I hadn't been there in forever. And
it was a revenge workout.
Yeah. I had
for your sin, like atoning for your sins.
Yeah, I had like so much pent up energy, and like I've been going through like some relationship like bull crap. So like it was just like a good release and my
Press
legs were
release.
amazing. Yeah. So I was like flexing my legs, and my butt was like walking. I was like, holy crap, I could feel my butt. Like it's just like so firm and bubbly. It was great. So
God.
yeah.
Wow, day one too. Imagine what happens like after a month of that. That's gonna be insane.
Oh, it's so easy after I get in the repetition of it. It's like nothing, I'm just like in and out. But
So, I mean, God, I don't even want to move on to BA yet because there's so much to unpack there. You sound like you know a lot about what you're talking about with this. Do you have any formal training, or is this just years of experience in the gym?
yeah, so actually I hired a private trainer. So um her dad owns a martial arts gym, which is really cool. So she invited us to a martial arts class and I loved it, but
What kind?
I think it was jujitsu.
No way. Like grappling on the ground and shit?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I think I don't know. I don't know what kind of martial
You
arts there
know
was.
if you were on the ground rolling around with people.
Okay, no, it wasn't that. We wore gloves and we did like the jab, jab, kick thing, like
Kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing, probably.
Muay Thai.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. So I loved it. I had a lot of fun in the class, but like the gloves tore my fingers apart, and I was like, I can't do that
I know.
because it hurts. Yeah, I'm like,
Even
I
I did
don't want
kickboxing.
to
It
feel
was
like
like freaking
beat
nasty.
up. Yeah, like no way. So I
You gotta wear
decided,
hand wraps.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did those. Okay. Nails are still fine.
BA
Yeah.
doesn't like the smell.
No, it was disgusting.
yeah, gnarly. And so yeah, she just does private lessons. She has like a group of like 10 girls in a class. So we go meet up twice a week, and then you have a one-on-one session with her for the third day. And every class was at like, I had to wake up at like 4 in the morning to get there at her 5 a.m. class. Yeah, the sun wasn't even up. I remember ending the class and the sun was rising, and I'm like drenched in sweat. Like I'm just like trying to catch my breath, but then the sun was rising. I'm like, this is the gift of like all the work I put in. Like the sun is rising, and it just felt so good. But I went and met with her, and I was like vegan and like 100 pounds, maybe 110 pounds, and she's like, no offense, but like, a lot of the girls in my class, they just had babies. They're like really overweight. They're like trying to lose weight. Like, why are you here? And I was like, honestly, I just want a big butt, and I'm vegan. I'm vegan, and like I can't lift up anything. Like I literally have to ask people to help me lift things all the time, and I just want to be able to lift stuff on my own. So by like, it took me a while because she was doing my meals too. So she was monitoring everything I was eating, and like I wasn't hitting my numbers. Like I was eating like 10 grams of protein. I needed to be eating like 110 grams of protein to move up in weight, to see any kind of change in my body.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me. It was hard for me to like eat a lot. So she kept like, every time I check in with her on our one-to-one, she'd be like, you're not hitting your numbers. I can't help you unless you do your part. Like I'm doing my job. It's time. And she would scold me, and it would make me feel like, like so angry. And then like I finally was like, okay, fine. Like one day we had this conversation. She kind of pushed me a little bit, and I was like, all right, today's the day I'm going to start it. So I started hitting my numbers. Pretty soon I was lifting up tractor tires.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like effortlessly like picking them up, pushing them over, picking them up. I was like going into handstand. Like I felt like I was like light as a feather. It was like so easy. I was like, wow, this has never been so easy in my life. And then my butt was insane. I had these shorts that I had since like fourth grade, and I was like 28 at the time, and they had fit me all through the years. And after I took this class, I like put the jeans on, and I couldn't even get them above like my thighs. And I was like, whoa, like this is really happening. Like I'm getting a big butt now. Like this is awesome, And so it definitely helped me hit my goal. And like I definitely cherish her as like a mentor and like my sensei. Like she's just like a very special person in my life, but like she lives like 6 hours away. So I try to look for private trainers in LA, and like unfortunately, not to hate on LA, I love you guys, but there's so many people doing the same thing, so it's hard to decipher like which ones are quality. Like where I was from, there isn't a ton of people doing it, so you can kind of see. And I remember the reason why I picked her was because I saw her body and I was like, okay, I want that body. And if she can do that to her body, she can do it to my body. And it was like so true, like without a doubt. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
I ranted. I'm a Gemini rising, people. I just like talk. Yeah. So
Yeah, beat that, BA. What's your fucking story? What's your butt
Oh,
all about?
my first job, I worked at a gym. So I worked at, it was Gold's Gym at the time. And, I just grew up in fitness. I just worked out since I was 15 years old. And I've always just kind of worked out, tricked my body into like, I do these crazy fasting things that I do all these, I went through my spouts of doing, like diet pills and stuff. I feel like every girl has gone through that at least like once, where you're a crackhead with like diet pills. But now I'm all about balance in life, like I just said it, like 3 slices of pizza and I'm gonna do cardio in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's all about balance for me. I used to kick myself in the ass for having a slice of pizza. And now I'm like, you know what? Life's too short. Have a few slices, have a glass of wine, maybe a glass of bourbon, and then just do extra cardio in the morning. It's all about balance. So that's where I'm at. So I grew up working out. I could train somebody. I'm not, I didn't go to school for it. I mean, I took some classes in college for nutrition and things like that. But so I know the right things to put in my body. Do I bite all the time? Absolutely not. But I know exactly what to do if I really push myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because we never really like talked about that too much in the past like year and a half that we've known each other. But when I saw you and Sarah, and when you guys saw me, we were like, oh damn, we're all like really in shape. Like you guys have like very like I guess like defined stomachs, abs, like the whole like, I don't know. It was like it's interesting and it's funny. Bianca and I don't think we've ever talked about fitness before. And now I'm like listening to like your backstory, and then I'm like, oh my god, we're all like very serious fitness buffs,
It's vital.
Get ready so you never have to get ready.
Yeah.
It's so vital to like your mental health, your physical health, like everything. It's so good for you, and it feels amazing, especially if you're like in a tough spot, like mentally. It's just like the best medicine, for me at least. I really enjoy it. So
I think the best you ever look is when you break up with someone, to be honest with you. I feel like your glow up is right when you break up with someone. You're like, F you. I'm going to be the best version of myself because I settle with you. So now I'm going to be unattainable to all of you. And look at me now.
Exactly where I'm at right now. Exactly.
Yeah. I've been there fucking, I don't know, 12 times in my life, like for sure. But definitely after like my divorce, I went on like a tear, and I was doing martial arts all the time and weightlifting all the time, but then that stopped. That's what sucked too, is like sometimes you're on that like revenge adrenaline, and then like after you get past that, another unanticipated wave of depression can come back, depending on how serious the relationship was. Like fucking real serious relationships have multiple waves of like those depression type really dark feelings. Yeah, ups and downs. But anyway, let's talk about some other dark stuff now. I actually wanted to ask Bianca, we always talk to people about their spiritual awakening. I don't even know if I've talked to Bianca in real life about her transition that got her on this path, and what got you interested in astrology and tarot, which she's a very good reader and she's been taking our courses, and it's been amazing. Tell us a little bit about your spiritual background.
Sure, yeah. So my mom has like a ton of sisters. I come from a Hispanic background, and like our Hispanic culture, you have like big families. That's the tradition. So I have, I think, 11 aunts and uncles on my side alone.
BA, does your Italian family have more than that?
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to them if I do.
Yeah, she doesn't even know. She's a
I
black
love
sheep.
all my mom's sisters. Like, I'm so thankful I have so many aunts because they like all look after me and they love me so much, and like
Must be nice.
like more people to love me, which I love about that. But yeah, one of my mom's sisters, she's a Capricorn. She would come over a lot and just like hang out with my mom and chat with her and catch up. And one day they were in the kitchen talking about zodiac signs. So my mom's a Scorpio, my aunt's a Capricorn, and they were talking about like the different zodiac traits of each other's signs. And then I was like, I'm an Aquarius. Like, what's an Aquarius? You know? And so my aunt told me. And
what did she tell you at that time? Do you remember?
I don't exactly remember, but I remember them talking about it, and I just wanted to know more about it. And like back then, that's when like AOL was going on. Like that's when like I had AOL.
Mail.
Yeah.
BA's got mail.
Yeah. Mom, I'm on the phone.
Dial up. Yeah. So my stepdad, when we got our computer, he was like, you have to spend like at least an hour on the computer every single day. I don't care what you're doing, just make sure you use the computer at least an hour a day. So before I could go outside.
For computer proficiency or what?
Yeah, he just wanted me to like learn how to be on a computer.
I see.
Like, and by doing that, like I taught myself how to code in HTML when I was like 8 years old. So that's when I got
hilarious, man.
Yeah, we're tech nerds. So basically I'm like, I go upstairs immediately and I just start like searching about zodiac signs, and I start reading about all the different zodiac signs and all of the different traits. And I just became like so obsessed. It's probably like my 8th house placements, how I'm like super good at researching, and like I become obsessive. So like I just like delve into the like zodiac traits. And then after that, after a while of getting to like know what each zodiac sign was about, I would just kind of like sit, because I was kind of what's that word I'm looking for?
Speculating?
No, it's like
what are you trying to say? I'll know the word. Just tell me the context.
When you want to believe it, but you're like,
you're skeptical.
Skeptical.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
It's all right. I heard this.
I was like very skeptic over it. I'm like, is this really true? Like, I don't know. So what I did was I took that information and then I went out into public around my friends at school, and I would just like observe everyone and like how they talked and like the things they talked about, the way they reacted to things, like all this kinds of stuff. And then I would just start guessing people's zodiac signs. And they were like, how did you know that? I'm like, lucky guess. Like, I don't know. So that's when I started putting everything together. I'm like, wow, this is like really real. Like, this is insane. And then the rest is history. So that's when I was 8, and I'm 32 now, and I've been into astrology ever since. But like, there's so much to astrology that I've learned about like in the past like 5 years that I didn't know for the longest time, like houses, degrees. I'm just learning about like the asteroids in your birth chart. Like all of that is like new. I feel like I'm constantly learning new things about it. I can't say that I've mastered it, but I know more than like the average person about it. And then as for tarot reading, I've always been interested in it, but like I grew up, my dad's side is like Christian and my grandpa's a pastor. And so growing up, like they were always like, don't get into tarot reading. That's kind of like dark energy.
The
devil. Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's not the devil, you know? But like in 4th grade, I remember going to sleepovers and doing like light as a feather, stiff as a board. Like boards. Like we did it all. Like,
oh my God, that's gonna be you, BA, Sarah, and Sophia on the something, which I will not name.
So thrilling. It was like truth or dare, like at our like slumber parties. Like I loved it. It was so much fun. And then like I had blood sisters. So like I had a scab, and like we all had scabs.
Oh my God.
We like picked their scabs and like rubbed it together. We're like, we're blood sisters for life. Yeah.
We did that with like a needle thing. We did it like at a party, and like we did like these hearts with our initials in it. And like I look back, I'm like, we could have got totally like in the hospital. Yeah.
You could have got AIDS.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Go right for the top shelf one.
I could have gotten AIDS that way. Like it was pretty dumb, but whatever. Yeah. Like in 5th grade. So yeah. So I'd say I've been into it for a while, and that's just kind of how it all started. What about you guys?
BA, take it away.
I know Taylor. I know Taylor's background, but BA, I don't know about you.
Yeah, so I had like my awakening like about 3 years ago, and it was definitely when I broke up with my ex, and that just was kind of just like the threshold to just kind of find myself, because I lost myself in that relationship, like totally. Like I didn't even know who I was. I didn't know my power. I didn't know what I was capable of, and now I'm like in my fucking power, pardon my French. And now
Fucking power.
give me my fucking power, man.
Fucking power.
So I just after going through like being in such a bad relationship with somebody, and just somebody just like continuously like trying to dumb you down and dim your light, and trying to put you in a box that you shouldn't be in. I just got out of that, and then I kind of just found spirituality, and I just I've always kind of known like at a young age like certain things here and there, but this point right here about 3 years ago is really when I just like went through the dark night. I went through all that. It was hell on earth, and now I'm in this beautiful place, and I'm happy. So
What was your first thing? Was it like a YouTube tarot video or astrology or a friend of yours doing a psychic reading? What was the first? What was your first gateway taste, man?
I know, right? What led me to like nonstop watching tarot videos
Yeah.
where I think it's an addiction?
What led
Yeah.
to the BA I know who's, some would say crazy, but I think is awake.
Yeah, it's okay. I am awake. I'm awake. I'm a little too awake, I think.
Yeah.
The third eye is woke as fuck. So, no, I just think it was definitely I went to a couple like psychics.
Yeah.
Um,
What,
just
in
trying to
person?
find,
In person or on the phone?
yeah,
In
yeah.
person. Okay.
I went to a couple like they were in Salem, Mass, and I was kind of, yeah, that's like where they originated from, right?
Oh
Salem,
yeah, baby.
Mass. So I had a couple like readings and shit, and I was just like, damn, this is like up my alley. And here we are. Yeah.
Go on. Come on. This is the
Yeah,
best part.
no,
Salem, Mass
like,
psychic readings.
yeah, no, I got a couple really great psychic readings, and I'm like, this is just really cool. Like
What
a
did you
lot of
ask?
people,
What did you ask? I know you had a few questions, but what was the main question?
yeah, no, I think I was just trying to figure out like my past life, like who I was before I came here. And I was a queen. So all hail the queen.
Wait, I knew
And
that already.
all
You
hail
don't
the
need a psychic
queen.
for that.
Yeah. You gotta get the crown. I know you can't see it because I have background, but I have it. And
Oh, I thought that was a magic crown that disappears when you put it on.
God, this background I can't. I,
Yeah.
I should probably use my green screen. I always say I'm gonna use it, but I
Yeah.
never do. But yeah, no, I found in a past life I was a queen. That's why I feel like, I feel like I'm like royal. I don't know how else to say it. I feel like the red carpet should be always out, and I deserve it. And that's for my past life. That's what they told me. And that's actually 3 psychics I went to, 3 different ones. So I don't know. But
Queen of where?
the queen of the land. I don't know.
The most
I am the
magical land
queen
in the
of the
world.
land, okay? Just bow down, okay?
Yeah, royal blood. Fuck off.
Ah, I don't know what to say. Talk yourself. I'm
I love
here.
it. I love
I
it.
have a question for BA.
Yeah,
When did you start seeing angel numbers?
my awakening. Like it was insane. And I feel like even to this day, like even when I went to LA for the first time to see Taylor, how many times did we driving on like license plates, like 333, 555, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't
Countless.
stop.
It was like sensory overload.
Yeah. And it doesn't stop. And I know that's how angels speak to us. It's through angel numbers. And it's like the same thing. It's like I look at a time, and it's always that it blows my mind to this day. And it happens like every day it's a little bit more. And I almost don't even know how to take it. It's like, all right, it's like sensory overload. And it happened like probably like 2.5 years ago. That's when I was like, okay, something's going on here. I don't know why this is happening. I couldn't explain it, but it's just I feel very in tuned, and I don't know how else to say it. I think people look at me like I'm crazy. They're probably like, bitch, stop posting in your stories these license plates. I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, I can't stop seeing it. Like I was in the drive-thru today at Starbucks, and the car in front of me was 9999 right in a row. And I'm like, and then I tried to take a picture, but my phone died. So I was like, whatever, it wasn't meant to be. But it's just the point. Like, I can't get away from it. How about you?
Taylor? You go first.
You know, definitely angel numbers more so with this group. Like probably after meeting BA, like I think everybody's always a little bit perceptive of just like 1111 or like growing up. Okay, so the only angel number I was aware of growing up, I didn't think too much of 1111 like in high school or whatever. But I did. I remember I think my first girlfriend in high school would always say at 12:34, make a wish. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I always did that my whole life. Probably like 17 on to you know, whenever. Like I'd always see 1, 2, 3, 4 and make like a wish for
944. See what I mean? 944.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Keep this shit up. Keep talking.
yeah, and so that was my introduction. I didn't know it as angel numbers. Obviously, there was when I was in high school. There was you know, no internet yet, no radios, no television, just telegrams and you know the fucking horse and all that. But yeah, so that was my introduction. Then after meeting BA and especially and some other people on Instagram community, post COVID, then it was just everywhere for me all the time, everywhere. And you, Bianca?
So basically, like I was aware of angel numbers, but very like vaguely when I moved to LA. This was in September 2019. And I was picking up and just like taking a leap of faith. Okay, something brought me here for business. I was coming out here for business a lot. And I'm like, this is so new and unexplored. I was kind of looking for apartments in San Francisco at the time. And I'm like, why don't I just move out to LA? It's like it's like my home state, it's the other side of it. How different can it be? Whatever. So I find this apartment on Melrose and I talk to the girl on FaceTime. She gives me a tour and she's like, all right, like I'll give you the address like the day before you come or something. So I'm like, okay. So I'm packing up all my stuff. I'm feeling a little sad. And I'm like asking my friends over and over again, do you think this is the right choice? Like, do you think I'm making the right choice? And they're like, B, like, we're always going to be here, you know? So like, go to LA. And if you don't like it, come back. We're here, you know? But like, if you don't go, you're always going to be left wondering what if, and like that, you can't like get back, you know? So I'm like, okay, you guys are right. So I go. And I shit you not, you guys, I didn't have my address until the day before. And I was asking for confirmation, like, is this the right choice? My address was 711 apartment 222. And I'm like, if that's not a confirmation, I don't know what is. Like, and then after that, I got here and I started seeing angel numbers everywhere, like 222, 333, 444, especially those a lot. And then when I met this guy that I'm going through this like separation with now, I kept seeing 888, 777. And when we were going through like times where we were separating, I always see 999, which is like an ending. So it was so weird. Like my angels, ever since I've been here, I feel like I've been like divinely guided because I've been so alone and like I needed that, you know, and they're just always here for me, like whenever I'm in need, you know, they always are looking out for me. So that's when I started seeing angel numbers a lot. And then I started paying attention to like the meanings of each number. Whereas before I just kind of like didn't really pay attention, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, 8888. I saw that in a license plate 2 days ago. I documented in my notepad. And looking that up, it means like don't allow anyone else to dictate how you live your life. Remind yourself that you're in charge of your own life path. So
Wow.
it's always a meaning. It freaks
Very
me out.
apropos indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you guys, I mean, I want to talk a little more about angels, Bianca. I just want to see how far you want to go with it because I know a little bit of whispers about you having an angel or two in your life. I believe one masculine, one feminine. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share that with us? Because I love this story.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. So every night when I was like in grade school, I think I was in like first or second grade when this happened, but like every day I would pray for a guardian angel to watch over me as I slept. And every night I would pray and I would thank everyone that I saw. I thank God for everyone I saw in that day. So if I saw you that day, BA, and you, Taylor, I'd say thank you for Taylor, thank you for BA, Thank you, God, for their families. Keep them all protected. Help them have safe dreams. Like, keep them protected. I'd pray for their families. I'd pray for their friends. Like, I'd pray for my friends and their families and their friends every night. I'd go through like this whole list and then I'd fall asleep. So one night I woke up and my parents were by my bed and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Like, what's going on?" They were like, "You were just screaming in your sleep." And I was like, so confused. I was just like, "Oh, I was?" They're like, "Yeah, as long as you're okay, like it's fine." So I guess I was having a night terror. I guess that's what they're called, night terrors.
Yeah,
So
they're
then,
brutal too.
yeah, but I didn't remember it. I just freaked my parents out. So then the next day, I had that in my mind that I had the night terror because it kind of like scared me a little bit. And so I prayed for two angels specifically to come down instead of one to watch over me. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And there was a man and a woman standing by my bed. The woman was behind the man and she like kind of looked concerned. She was like, had her hand over her mouth. And then the guy was like leaning over, like checking up on me in my face, like not super close, but like leaning over to see if I was okay. And then I opened my eyes and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I turned around to look at my clock, and then I turned around and they were gone. And I was just like, did I fall asleep? I was so confused. I was just like, what? That had to be my parents. I was like rationalizing it in my head. I was like,
Now,
I
this
fell
is
asleep.
a regular looking man and a regular looking woman.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, and they didn't have any scary vibes. They weren't like, I didn't get scared from them. I was just
Yeah.
more so like, what just happened, like. So then I rationalized it. Oh, it was my parents. Oh, I was dreaming. I fell asleep. I don't know. I was like trying to rationalize it. Then I'm like, cool. Like I'm up extra early today, and before I went to school, I'd always try to like race my stepdad before he was ready because he drove me to school and try to get ready before him so I could watch cartoons and like eat breakfast, So I'm
Love it.
like,
So
cool. I'm
universal.
like, cool. I'm up extra early. So I take a shower, I go downstairs, I'm all ready for school. I sit on the couch, I turn on the TV, and it's like so early in the morning, it's the black and white cartoons, like before all the good cartoons come on. I'm like all
Yeah,
bugged
yeah, yeah.
out. I'm just
It's
like,
too early. They're just
yeah,
running the shit that nobody watches.
sucks. So then my stepdad comes downstairs, like one eye open. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Didn't you and mom just wake me up?" And he was like, "No, I literally thought you were a robber and I was gonna bring my shotgun." Like, he's like, "Just keep the volume down low, okay?" And I'm like, "All right." And that was when I met my guardian angels. I know they were my guardian angels. So ever since then, I've had like, I know that I'm divinely protected. I've had no doubt about that. Like anything that I do, I'm always protected. Even if I'm in a bad situation, I'm protected. And it's for like a greater reason. Like I'm there to teach people, I'm there to heal people, I'm there to like say something that they need to hear at the time. Like, so yeah, I don't know. That's just how I met my guardian angels. What about you guys?
Wow.
It's amazing.
Isn't
I
that
I didn't have an experience like that. That is profound. I feel like a presence around me all the time, which I think is my grandmother. Um, and I feel like I'm protected in that sense. I mean, there's so many situations that have happened to me where there's no way I should still be here. So I know I've had like a presence around me just protecting me. And, I also feel like lately I definitely need to up my protection just in general. And, I'm taking a class by my friend Joanna, who's a psychic medium down the street, one of my good friends, and she's teaching a class on protection that you can do with like, there's a lot of things that go into it. Really, evil eye is a big one. And, especially if you have a very big online presence and people that look at you and as we're all going to end up having happen with what we have going on, we're going to have a lot of eyes on us even more. And, as with people that are in the spotlight, you're going to have a lot of good and a lot of bad too. So you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, if you want peace, prepare for war.
Yeah.
I'll pray for them.
Yeah.
That's all I can do is like send good energy to them and just like hope for the best.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I have like, so I don't know if I wouldn't call them guardian angels, but I do have guides, spirit guides. which I try to talk to you as much as I can, but they're very they're not human, very godly type beings. One is my divine masculine guide, and one's divine feminine. Divine masculine is a fucking beast, like almost literally, like a fire entity, shapeshifter, characteristics of my boy, a fucking lion, and then the divine feminine guide is very much Celtic fairy style, water energy, silver lady of the moon type energy, psychic intuitive, high priestess, all of that combined into one. And so I talk to those two guides. I try to do it every day, honestly, which I fail at. So let's call it 4 to 5 days a week. But yeah, I do a 5-minute meditation every morning, and then I try to do about a 15 to 20-minute meditation like later in the day. And those can be very direct in what I ask for. And it's not just to take; it's also to give too. But specificity is key in meditation, intention setting, and manifestation rituals. So I'm very clear about what I want, and I do believe that gods respect clarity. They want to help. That's their entire purpose, and their role in our lives is to help us live the life that we deserve and want to live. So it's been interesting. Yeah, I've been getting much more in touch with that over the past 3 years.
That's beautiful. I feel like my guardian angels were probably in the same form, but they chose to since I was so young, they're we're gonna choose this outer persona so that she's not afraid, so she's not freaked out,
Right.
So but that's really cool. I was gonna say something about that. Forgot.
No, keep thinking about it.
No, Bianca, your experience though, that, for me, I feel like that freaked me out. If that happened to me, I live by myself, you know what I mean? So as it is, my dog, since he's been blind, he can't sleep on my bed because he's always thirsty. So he sleeps on the couch now, which kills me. But now in my room by myself, if that happened to me, I feel like I'd have nightmares. Even though it's a good presence, it would still freak me out living alone.
You'd speakerphone call me right away.
I probably would. I definitely would.
Me too. Yeah.
I definitely would. I'd have to. I wouldn't get you off the phone. I know.
Yeah. We would just sleep with the open phone and just be like,
FaceTime sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll be like, BA, I promise you, I'll stay awake.
Yeah. Wake up!
Yeah. Where is it? I come running out into my living room with a wife beater with a bat. I'm like, wait a second.
You're back.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Talk to them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's one last thing I do want to ask Bianca before we wrap it up. Mm-hmm. I know you know a little bit about crystals, and I want to know what crystal goes with Leo energy. And I know BA wants to know the same thing about Scorpio.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure yours was labradorite this month. Let me just double.
Oh, what do you mean this
month?
month?
I'm sorry. Leo's is lapis lazuli.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. So this crystal helps with inner peace and relief from negative thoughts. Ooh, so whenever you're going through inner turmoil and you need that peaceful energy, just put it in your pocket, carry it around, meditate with it. It's really going to help center you this month. Yeah. And for Scorpio, it says bloodstone. So this is for courage, motivation.
Why did she get a cool name one? It's not fair.
This is my time, okay?
I'm a Scorpio moon. Bloodstone moon.
You could carry your sun, moon, and rising, and then even if you want to take it a step further, you can carry your Venus stone with you and have all that energy for different parts of yourself.
Yeah.
Bloodstone. So it increases your courage, it helps with motivation, and it's good for creative energy. So if you're ever feeling motivated, blocked motivationally, or in a motivated way, not feeling motivated, that's what I'm trying to say, or
unmotivated. If you're feeling the opposite of motivated.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's all right.
So the bloodstone, if I'm not feeling motivated, I have to get that crystal.
Yes.
And then
yes.
if you are like not feeling creative, but you're like, I need to like create something, but like you're having like a block, this is gonna help with that too. So
I need that. I also, sorry if yawning, guys. I'm not, my apologies. I've had a long day, but
10
what
o'clock on
about,
the East Coast.
what about, like if I'm feeling like I'm not usually this tired. Like this is not normal for me. I feel like I don't know if it's someone else's energy over me or something else is going on. I can't get out of this. I've been like this for a week. Like I'm just like so drained, and I feel like it's not my energy. I don't know. There's a crystal that can help me with that.
yeah, definitely. So aragonite,
Right.
aragonite. It helps with your energy and boosts your self-confidence and feelings of self-worth, and it helps you trust yourself. So that would be the perfect energetic stone to carry around this month for sure.
They're going in the bra that I don't wear. Okay. Bloodstone and aragonite in the phone. I'm gonna go get them.
I love that. What about you, Bianca? Aquarius, what do you got?
This month, it looks like I have. Oh my gosh! I just
I'm an
posted.
Aquarius rising, so I should probably get whatever stone you're about to say too.
Why is it this month? So does your stone change each month for in correlation to whatever zodiac sign you are?
Yeah, according to like the energies, the astrological energies, there could be like things that the signs are kind of going through during this time, and these crystals will help you cope with those energies. So, PA.
I got this at House of Intuition on Melrose.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we got to take you to the Silver Lake one. That one's so dope.
Oh my God, yes. When I come out there, yeah. So when I get back from QS and come to LA, you're gonna be there. You're not leaving, right? For the
I'll be there for the first few days that you're here. Yeah.
Perfect.
I vlogged in the House of Intuition on Melrose, and while I was vlogging, there was an orb, like right around the healing crystals. And I was like, I didn't see it until I was editing the vlog, and I was like, whoa, there's like an orb circling around me as I'm like talking about all these like angelic crystals. Like it was so cool. But yeah,
that's our money spell.
Money spell? Oh yeah. I need to like burn a candle. I don't know if it's too late for the new moon, but I'm just gonna put my energy in it. I think I'm strong enough to like
4 days before, 4 days after.
I think it'll still be yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, but like the last full moon, the Virgo full moon, I wrote my intentions and like did a spell. Everything I wrote down came to fruition. Yeah. Literally, yeah. Well, except the whole like relationship thing, but
there's always that.
90% of it came to fruition.
3 out of 4?
What needed to happen happened, I feel. So it was cool. Kyanite is for Aquarius. It's calming, grounding energy, and it helps balance emotions and helps with meditative states. It connects your intuitive abilities, and it helps you recall dreams, and it opens your third eye chakra. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bloodstone, aragonite, and kyanite.
Kyanite. I'll text it to you. Kyanite.
Kyanite. That last one I need because I need to ground myself more. I'm too like erratic.
Maybe
you need Taurus, BA.
Huh?
You need to date a Taurus.
Yeah.
They'll keep you grounded.
I don't know. I don't get along with Taurus chicks. They're like
no, I'm talking about Taurus men. Have you ever dated a Taurus man? Oh my gosh. Scorpio and Taurus are like the lovers. Like there's such a strong bond between Scorpio and Taurus on so many levels. I'd love to be with a Taurus man.
I've never met a male Taurus. I've only met females, and I want to punch them all in the face.
Yeah, they're okay.
BA can't quit her Leos. That's the problem.
I know. Fucking love my Leos.
Leos are pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, they're pretty cool.
Just hard to,
the boom boom is good, you know.
What's that?
The boom boom is good, you know.
Boom boom, yeah.
Oh, just wait till you boom boom with a Taurus. That is like your match on all levels. Yeah. We're gonna find you a hot Taurus, BA.
Yeah, we'll get you Taurus.
We'll get you Taurus. Well, we got something in the works to try to find everyone their perfect person. Let's say.
I know a guy. Huh? We'll get you Taurus.
Get a guy. Worry about it. Love it.
All right. Well, let's wrap there. Bianca, why don't you pitch yourself or anything you got, or just say bye if you want. It's all up to you. Can we follow you on Instagram?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Bianca Nova. You can follow me on Instagram. It's my name with 1s and 4s. I know it's so confusing. It's B14NC4M as in Mary. So follow me there.
That's awesome. That's where you can find it. All right, guys. BA, have a wonderful night. Bianca.
Love you guys.
All right.
Bye.
I'll talk to you guys later.